Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Paw Print Live is back.
And so are competitions, blood drives, and photo day.
Ready? We'll start with an offer if you're interested in getting more involved.
You should be looking at getting more involved if you haven't yet.
So, do you like kicking things?
Enjoy running, even just a little bit?
If you answered yes, you sound like a soccer player. The soccer team is looking for a few more players this season. If you're interested, contact Coach Nate Wildenberg or Mr. Osegard.
There's also the cross-country team.
Consider signing up for cross-country. They need more runners for our team, and they'll help you develop your ability as a runner.
Cross-country is an excellent sport for conditioning for other sports and is a great experience. We will take new runners throughout the week.
If you're already involved in a sport, what about taking a leadership role?
Class officers are needed. Each class has 4 positions.
Applications are due Thursday at 3:20. Voting will take place Friday. Applications will be handed out at class meetings or can be picked up from your class advisor.
Class advisors will be as follows.
Freshmen, Miss Birkwalt. Sophomores, Miss Dahl and Miss Wright. Juniors, Mr. Anderson. And seniors, Miss Stanton and Miss Seacart.
Okay, so if you want to join the soccer team, contact Coach Wildenberg.
If you're interested in cross-country, talk to Coaches Ricken or Marquis.
And if you want to run for a class officer position, check in with your class advisor.
Ready to switch gears? We've got an announcement for photo day and for another blood drive.
Maddie Schultz and Kelly Young Thunder are hosting this year's blood drives. We have our first of the school year on Thursday from 9 until 2 p.m.
Sign up on the Blood Donor app or contact me or Maddie today.
If you missed that, the first blood drive is on Thursday.
Also on Thursday is photo day.
Be at school on time and ready to smile. While there is one more photo retake day, have your photo taken Thursday.
For staff in grades 9 through 11, these are the only photos we'll use for the student portrait section of the yearbook, so get them taken Thursday.
That's almost all we have for today.
Check out the following graphic for tonight's game schedule.
We need to wish cross country, soccer, swim, tennis, and volleyball all good luck. So, good luck.
For Paw Print Live, I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Lauren.
Have a great first day.
Failures now affect eligibility due to the changes to the co-curricular code. Activities Director Andy Osegard hopes for a positive change for the student athletes.
Well, last year, that's the biggest change that we've made with our academic eligibility. Last year, there was a little bit of a grace period, a grace with 1 F. They called it a freebie, and I heard kids talk about that, and it was it kind of upset a lot of the teachers and staff. If a student receives 1 F, they do have a 5-day ineligibility. And that is at the end of the trimester and at mid-trimester too. So we'll be doing grade checks at mid-trimester, and if you're receiving an F at that time, or multiple Fs, it's a 5-day ineligibility, and then they have to show that they're making progress in those classes. With the change, we're trying to get kids to take accountability for their classes. Students were saying that, oh, I got a freebie F. Well, that's not being accountable for your, first and foremost, we're here at school for an education. Sports activities come second. So if you're not working as hard as you possibly can in class, or you're failing, you need to step up your game a bit. I mean, the failures just, it shouldn't be happening with our athletes.
Coach Yarkovsky is the varsity head coach for football. Having his sport in the fall, he will be one of the first coaches to experience the new changes.
If they fail one class, they, in a given end grade period, they miss 1 game. So starting with our first game of Sparta, if a player is suspended for 1 game, they miss the Sparta game. If they failed more than 1 class, unfortunately, they're going to have to serve 15 days suspension and miss 3 contests.
Having this change in the athletic code, coaches hope this will make the athletes push themselves more in school.
I'm hoping it has a tremendous positive impact. I really stress that they've got to become good humans, and that will translate to the field if they want to win on Friday nights by doing things right in the classroom and being a good person, working hard in schoolwork. they're going to be good athletes too because of it.
I hope students and staff and everybody else accept it and want to push themselves to do better. I don't foresee anybody really saying, well, that's not real fair, because you're a student first and an athlete second. So you should be taking some pride in your education and wanting to pass your classes and do well in your classes, and not just here to play sports and hopefully, maybe get a little education here and there.
With the fall season starting up, having the new rules in the athletic code has helped show how important being a student is.
A lot of kids who have showed up and they know they're academically ineligible to play, they still practice pretty hard. They've been showing up and putting in the work because we've had coaches meet with them and say, when you come back from your suspension, you could get playing time if you work hard and practice now and earn a spot. We're still going to give players that opportunity.
Being able to play a sport comes with many benefits, including to learn many lessons for when you graduate high school.
I think a few of them will be discouraged. There's a few kids that you can tell they're disappointed because they know they're not going to be able to play right away. But ultimately, I think they like the game enough where they still want to be with their teammates. They still want to be coached and become better players. So I think the love of the game is still going to be there for kids. And again, we view this as bigger than football. We want our kids to be good young men, not just great football players. I think it's going to be a positive change in the future. Might be some hiccups early on because kids are getting used to this new style of academic accountability. But ultimately, I think it will be very positive in the future.